Hey, what's up, guys? It's James here, and today we're gonna talk a bit about Pirate Weekend. And for once, I am very pleasantly wrong. I was wrong about the entire thing. Instead of doing a locker event again, like the files seem to look, they did a point event. So, of course, I'm gonna go over a few things and tell you exactly what cards I feel you should use, and the buffs and the weaknesses of each card that can be used. On the fourth pack, you get Bebe automatically, so I'm going to show you that right now. There she is, Buccaneer Bebe. When Buccaneer Bebe kills an enemy, increase her attack by 6, which means she is a good person to use if there is a rat storm around your, like a rat swarm or pigeons around your Zen Cartman or something. She can take them out, and boom, that is a huge attack increase. She's already 32 attack at level 1. That beats Captain Wendy by a fucking long shot at level 2. We're gonna actually compare Bebe to several other ranged people I have in my possession by using, of course, my experimental deck as an example person. Well, not an example person, but you know what I mean. So ranged. Marcus, he's not ranged, really. He's a melee. Nathan, let's add him to the example deck. Terrence. Captain Wendy, of course. Kyle. Pirate Ship Timmy. Of course, we have to add Bebe. Outlaw Tweak. Medicine Woman Sharon. Let's get some sci-fi archers in here. Marine Craig. I wish it didn't keep changing the deck inventory. Alright, Warboy Tweak. Ice Sniper Wendy. And for archers, that's all I currently have for these two decks. So let's compare Bebe to each of them. At level 1 with no upgrades, Bebe is at 144 health and 32 damage. That means she's already a lot more... She has a lot more health than Nathan at level 2, but she has a bit less attack than Nathan, which of course goes up every time she gets a kill. So that could be made up for pretty easily under the right circumstances, and she's also the same cost as him. And of course at level 2, Bebe will of course probably beat him in both of those statistics. At level 2, upgrade 7, Captain Wendy is worse on both accounts to Buccaneer Bebe. And yeah, that's at her at level 2. Of course, she has a triple shot, but again, and she's one cost less. So, Captain Wendy is good for a 3-cost shooter, but maybe not as good as Buccaneer Bebe. And there's Pirate Ship Timmy, who has less health, but also more attack at level 2, upgrade 8. Does that mean that he could be better than Bebe? Possibly, if you have him leveled enough. But Bebe, I think she might be able to beat him. You never know. But Timmy also has that huge range, though. But his attack does not go up. And he's also extremely slow. So it kind of depends on what you think here. Outlaw Tweak, no exception. He is the same cost and completely worse at level 2. Yeah. Marine Craig, again, at level 1, he's much worse and the same cost. Ice Sniper Wendy, again, she is much worse, but one less cost. Terrence Mephisto, my level 3 powerhouse. Bebe has more attack than him, at the same cost, but she has less health at the time of currently. But the health could possibly get better over time, because Terrence is at level 3. So yeah, he has an advantage there. However, he also flies, which kind of keeps him away from most attacks. But Bebe, for a ground troop, yeah, she's pretty good. Let's see Kyle. Yup, Bebe is better than Kyle in stats. However, Kyle does have that attack boosting special, so he could be pretty good, depending on the circumstances, really. Macedonian Sharon is the same cost at level 2, upgrade 8. Worse attack, but better health. Warboy Tweak is worse on both accounts, but he does speed up the rest of your guys. However, that can be purified pretty easily, and after that, Warboy Tweak is pretty easy to take out. So let's compare even more. See how good Buccaneer Bebe, our new card for the event, really is. Let's compare her with Mystic Ranged. So that would be Angel Wendy. Let's see here. Master Ninju. And Pope Timmy. That's the ranged ones I have. Of course, I don't have all the cards, so I can be a bit... If you have all the cards, you'll probably be able to do a better comparison than me. Alright, so let's see here. Angel Wendy, again, worse on both accounts. At level 2, upgrade 11. But she can heal your guys, so... I don't know. Angel Wendy seems to be really popular with Zen Cartman meta, which, yeah, maybe she is a good card. But if you want some brutal attack, Bebe is still going to be your best option here. Master Ninju, 142 health. At 3 upgrade 3 level 1, he is worse than Bebe. However, he gives a permanent boost to attack on every single unit in your field on placement. There's no special or anything. So in the long run, he probably is good depending on how many units you have on your field. So Bebe might be outshined there. Pope Timmy, no exception. He is extremely expensive, and despite his better stats, besides for health, he's probably going to be the worst person. And finally, we're going to focus on fantasy. Let's go see if fantasy tallies well with Bebe at level 1, no upgrades. So our ranged fantasy users are Catapult Timmy, no, Dark Mage Craig, Kyle of the Drow Elves, Robin Tweak, Amazingly Randy. So those are going to be our ranged people. Bebe is again 32 attack and 144 health. Catapult Timmy actually is better than Bebe despite Bebe's stats, because Catapult Timmy can summon rats, which of course will get nerfed to 2 rats, but for right now he's actually much better at level 2, upgrade 12. Dark Mage Craig at level 1, 3 upgrades, he is worse. However, he does have an area of effect, so that might be something to take account in depending on the situation. Kyle of the Drow Elves, he is also worse. However, he does give invincibility to all of your allies. So depending on how many people you have on the field that you need to protect, again, he might be a better option for the cost. Robin Tweak, he's absolute trash. Nobody likes Robin Tweak. And of course, Randy, our amazing guy. He is better in attack, but worse in health. But, at level 1, full upgrades, he's alright. His upgrades, like his little summons, are kind of meh and easy to take out depending on what their level is. But he's decent. However, he's an epic, which means he's going to be a pain to level. And that's really all with the comparisons. So, all in all, Bebe is a good card. She's really good. She's pretty much better than all the other cards, except for a few that go ranged. But anyway, down to the event. Pirate Week, sign on a new Buccaneer. Buccaneer Bebe is looking for a new crew. Prove yourself a worthy captain in PvP matches and win her trust. The final reward is at 140 points. So it's not that bad if you do get enough points every time. And of course, again, at 30, you already have Buccaneer Bebe. Along the way, you will collect 2 clothing items. The Captain's Hat at Node 3, and the Captain's Coat at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And those are going to be your little miscellaneous items. I like the clothing items. I hope they keep adding them. It's nice that they're there. And of course, the cards that you can use. You can use Deckhand Butters, Robin Tweak, Hookhand Clyde, Pirate Ship Timmy, Smuggler Ike, Captain Wendy, Labarre Jimmy, Barrel Dougie, Transmogrify, Chicken Coop, Pigeon Gang, and Buccaneer Bebe. And I'm going to, of course, give you a review on what cards are good and what cards are bad. Deckhand Butters, depending on your playstyle, is a really good card. He's fast, he gives health upon being killed. So if your Zen Cartman is kind of fading away in health, if you run a Zen Cartman meta, he's a really good person to bring in the Crossfire and heal your Zen Cartman up while dealing some damage himself. He could probably get a kill in if they're sending in assassins to kill your Zen Cartman. And, if there's a Dougie coming or just simply a Sally, you're probably going to get the upper hand there, because Deckhand Butters is pretty damn fast. However, he's a 3-cost assassin, which means he's a bit less valuable than Smuggler Ike, for example. But we'll get to Smuggler Ike later. Robin Tweak, he's trash. Don't use Robin Tweak. Hookhand Clyde. He's a pretty good fighter. He's average at actual fighting, but depending on how many units are on the field at this time, his little war cry, will probably get you one of those guys out of your life so you can perhaps make a better move. He's pretty useful. I like him. I have him at level 2, and he's a permanent staple in my deck as of now. Pirate Ship Timmy. No deck is incomplete with a Timmy. He has really great range and a really great special that allows a bit of area of effect damage. However, he is extremely slow, so try to protect him, and also he's very weak, so an assassin could probably hit him and kill him in like 2 hits or even 1 if he's not leveled enough. So keep him on the sidelines, don't put him out in the middle, because that's going to be a sure way to get him killed. Smuggler Ike is probably one of the best cards you can bring in. His attack, if you put him in the back of your little arena so he has time to use his special a bit, he can definitely be valuable. Captain Wendy, I've got my ass kicked by Captain Wendy a few times. She's a good card once you level her up enough, but at level 2 or below, she might not be the best option. Labarre Jimmy, if you're not going to use Terrence and instead are going to use Bebe instead of Terrence, he's really great for taking care of pigeons and rats because his war cry pretty much kills them automatically. So keep that in mind. However, he is pretty easily taken out besides that. So for 4 cost, he might not be worth it, but he's okay. Burial Dougie, trash card, very situational. Don't go for it. Transmogrify, that is going to be your saving grace against man, bear, pigs, or various high cost cards, and that card might be your saving grace here. It kind of disables their death wish, so if they have a death wish like Officer Barbrady, who could possibly give you a few damage on your side of the court, that might be one of your best options. Chicken Coop, I don't have the card. I heard it's pretty bad, though. So I probably wouldn't use that either. However, as of note, I can say that a few people are using Chicken Coop to try to tell the other person to just let them win because they need the win. I don't know why they're doing that. I don't know if it works, but keep that in mind. Pigeon Gang, if you don't level them up enough, they're probably going to be the worst things in your deck. If you do level them, though, they're nice flying rats with 1 extra cost. So, they're pretty decent if you have them leveled enough. I wouldn't waste your materials on them if you're not going to use them ever again, though. Buccaneer Bebe is, of course, we've already went through. She's a pretty good card. If there's like a rat swarm or a pigeon gang coming and she takes them all out, she is going to be a fucking cannon of death. She's definitely one of the better cards in our selection here. So if you've been complaining about there being no fantasy event, this is probably the best we're going to get so far. So I hope you're a bit pleased about that. But anyway, that's really it for our little event this weekend. There's going to be an update coming soon, a nice little nerf. By nice, I mean that very sarcastically. So I'll see you then when I make a video about that. But until now, good luck with Buccaneer Bebe. I know I will. Peace out, my guys.